YouTube, what is up? It is your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com, and in today's Madden 24 video, I'm going to break down the top 5 most dominant offensive playbooks in the entire game. Now, with each playbook, this is how it's going to work. I'm going to break down the strengths of each playbook and go over some of the best formations and plays you're going to want to use in each playbook, and we're going to start with number 5, spread. Now guys, if you want more high-level Madden 24 content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop me a like, comment on the video, and I'm going to drop videos on a daily basis for y'all. So, with the spread playbook, the shotgun is definitely the best part about the playbook. The spread playbook has some of the most difficult RPO type plays in the game to stop. So if you like shotgun and you like running RPOs, this is definitely going to be the best playbook for you. But at the same time, you also do get some trips and bunch formations tight too. Now, the first formation I'm really going to focus on a lot in this playbook is going to be the, where's it at here? The slot offset. So, like the slot offset, it has some pretty unique plays as far as auto motion goes. It has some auto motion passing plays, but the really good auto motion plays are going to be these bubble type screens. This formation is just really good to use against guys that like to blitz from the dollar, the 4-3 even. It really does make the defense play honestly, because with these auto motions, you can just throw them out in the flat. And, against a blitz, it could be a touchdown. At the same time, if they don't respect the run, the nice thing about these is you can easily hand it off. This formation is nice, though, because, it does have more than just the auto motion. It has, actual regular passing plays. It has option plays. There's actually a lot of stuff to deal with this formation. You can build a pretty decent scheme around it. So that's one of the main formations in the spread playbook you're really going to want to look at. I would say, though, my favorite overall formation in this playbook is going to have to be the, where's it at here? The double stack. So the double stack from this formation is super annoying because it has the RPO read flanker screen. This is one of the most annoying plays in the entire game. So one of the things that a lot of people don't realize about these types of read RPOs is that it's essentially going to make defenders that are even in coverage suck in. And what I mean by that is you guys can see against the basic dollar look people run, you're seeing that slot corner has the R over his head. Now, offensively, this is what you're going to want to look at. You're going to want to pull up your player and see who has the R over their head. Because if it's a slot corner, that's going to mean that guy's basically going to get sucked in, almost blitz, in at the quarterback, which allows you to throw that screen on the outside really easily. Now, that time I was actually in DB fire, as you guys can see here. But, even if I was to go to cover 3, or, a play like this where the DB is supposed to be in coverage, even a hard flat, he is going to get sucked in if he has the R over his head because he's essentially responsible for the read on this play, the quarterback or the running back, right? And the guy with the P over his head is the sign for the pitch, which is the triple option part, which in this case is going to be the screen. So you guys can see, again, look, against a cover 3, he gets sucked in. Same thing, we can throw the screen. Now, the way that people could counter this, there's a few different ways, but the easiest way is not to base line. So, like right here, if I didn't base line, you can see, like, if those corners were not blitzing, you can see now they are the P and the D end is the R. So if you do keep the slot corners over the stack, it does change who is the read man and who is the pitch man. So, like, now if he wasn't covered, he wouldn't get sucked in. The problem then becomes, though, that you're really vulnerable to the run because you don't really have anybody in the box. And, now I can just hand the ball off and get an easy 5+ yards. So this formation is super annoying. And, what a lot of people will do that run this is they'll actually come out on this and then they'll start audibling to, like, gun bunch, start quick snapping verticals. This is really annoying because, obviously you're getting set up for all these RPOs in the spread playbook. Now you get someone that's audibling, to gun bunch, running verticals, tight, trips. It's a problem. So this playbook is really going to be strong for the guys that want to run a lot of RPOs and don't want to have to just drop back and run bunch and tight and throw the ball every single play. Coming in at number 4 of the list is the Bears offensive playbook. Now the Bears offensive playbook has kind of been a sleeper all year. A lot of people have been overlooking it, but as the year's gone on, more and more people have started to run it. Abram ran this a lot in the MCS this year, and he won a belt this year, with this playbook. So this playbook definitely has been on the rise, and it has some very good stuff. The two main formations that people really like out of this playbook are going to be the gun bunch strong offset, and then the gun tight slash HB weak. Now, I will say that this playbook in general does have some other goofy stuff you can audible around to that a lot of people aren't used playing against, Like the gun tight Y off is actually really good. So is this little bunch wide, and then also this Y off trips weak. Like the Y off trips weak has some RPOs, like you see the glance bubble. That's decent. But the play that's really, really good is the motion HB swing. Now, the motion HB swing is very similar to what I showed you guys in the last playbook spread, to where, you know, you can just throw the bubble screen. But one of the things a lot of people don't know is about these bubble screens is, you know, with the auto motion, is if you don't throw it to the running back, you can actually just keep it with the quarterback, and it just turns into basically a QB draw.
Do you want to become a better Madden player and win more games? If so, check out my premium Madden strategy website, sportsgamers.com. I have built sportsgamers.com to provide you with the best Madden tips, best Madden ebooks and schemes, all from the pros at the lowest price possible. I have helped thousands upon thousands of Madden players improve their games, and I can help you as well. Our VIP Madden membership is our best offer yet. This membership will include all of our Madden ebooks all year long and hundreds of weekly Madden Vault tip updates to keep you ahead of the game. Click the link in the description and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order.
Where the defense doesn't even really realize it's a QB draw because they think it's a bubble screen. You know, they think it's an auto motion pass. So this is actually a pretty big glitch that a lot of people don't even realize that you can do. It's really nice. So that's a nice little gimmick. But like I said, the majority of the people who want to run this playbook are going to be sticking in the bunch and audibling to the tight. Now, with the gun bunch strong offset, this is a really nice formation because, you know, you have, you know, an advantage here between the Jets playbook is, yeah, Jets has bunch strong offset too, but the Bears have a read option. So a read option is a pretty nice run play. Obviously, you have the RPO alert screen. Then you got corner strike that has the really short corner route that's really nice. You have dagger, wide trail, flood, Durham. I mean, this formation is loaded. So, you know, one of the things that a lot of people are doing is they're coming out on this, and then they audible to the tight slots HB weak, which has been a really good formation all year long with bench, post wheel drag, mesh spot, 4 verticals. This can definitely be really tough. You know, you get a play like, you know, that's been run all year long, like flood. Now everybody's starting to realize how good dagger is. You mix it in with the audible to the tight, you got a really tough offense to deal with. So like right here with dagger, you know, we can come out. All you got to really do on dagger is just simply put a crossing route to the slot receiver in the bunch. And, you know, you got a really good play. You got a really good play here, you know, with the crossing route. It's the back-breaking route on the play, right? You have to defend the middle, the sidelines. And now, you know, with the ability to audible, it's very quick too. It's like 2 clicks to the right. Tight slots HB weak. And that's the problem. Now, one of my favorite plays to utilize from the gun tight slots HB weak is verticals. You can really do a lot with verticals just with a simple setup like this. Putting the receiver that's on the running back side on the post and then streaking the running back out the backfield. This is a really hard setup to deal with. You have the 2 flats, you have the seam streak, and then you have the post over the middle of the field. So there's really no, you know, area of the field that this play cannot attack. As you guys can see there, good dot over the middle of the field. Now, if you look at this 4 verticals play right here, you'll see, again, we're attacking both flats. So if you want to blitz us, that's going to be out of the equation. But then we also attack both seams on the right with the receiver, then with the running back out the backfield. So, you know, if you're going to take your user to come up the seams, you're going to then give up the post coming over the middle behind it. Very good play. Coming in at number 3 on the list, we got the New England Patriots. Now, the New England Patriots playbook, honestly, every year is a top playbook. I feel like every year is a top 3 to 5 playbook. I don't think it's ever the best, but it's always right there. Now, the reason why you'd want to use this playbook is if you like trips formations, because it has the gun trips tight end and the gun Y-off trips pats. Now, that combo is really good. Trips has been good for years. I don't think it's quite as good this year. And then this Y-off trips pats, it's always one of the best formations. That's always under the radar. Again, it's not bunch, it's not tight, so it's a little bit underrated every year, but it's just right there. Now, if the gun Y-off trips pats, I mean, there's a lot of good plays. This is really a passing formation, so, you know, you can see like with plays with pats Y out, you know, you got posts, you got wheels. You also have quick corner routes like you see on scat. Then you have like seam, running back wheel routes out of the backfield with Y option wheel. This formation just has posts and corners to almost every player. So it's a really good formation to run if you don't have like Hot Route Master, because you have a lot of stock posts and corners. Now, you mix this with trips tight end, and you're running two very, very good trips formations. Trips tight ends obviously got the run game with the base, the inside zone, the post routes with inside cross. Pat's wide post is one of the best plays in the game this year. That post to the tight end is killer, and then you have a corner. Obviously we have verticals, which everybody knows about, man. I mean, this curl flat corner with the angle right out of the backfield, the RPO. I mean, this formation is deadly. Now, the very underrated thing I would say about this playbook, though, is, again, you have bunch and bunch strong offset. Now, neither one of these formations are quite as good as they are in other playbooks because, like you can see, this play, Seattle, it's a little bit different than Durham. You can still kind of run it the same way. They have wide trail, they have corner strike, but, they don't have flood or they don't have dagger, and then they don't have the RPO. So it's a very much limited bunch strong offset. However, it's nice to audible too if you want to mix in the Seattle, the wide trail, or corner strike. And then bunch is kind of the same thing. You got some decent plays like, again, curl flat or, bunch trail, inside cross, verticals, pat sail, corner strike, but it's just missing some of the stuff you might want if you're going to really run bunch for real. So that's why, this playbook to me is number 3. It's got some really good trips, but the bunch is a little lacking, and I really feel like bunch playbooks are the best in the game this year if you have a high, strong bunch formation. Coming in at number 2 at the list, we got the Jets. Now, the Jets is actually the playbook I'm running right now, so it's currently probably my favorite. We got it at number 2, and it has a lot of good stuff. So this formation is this playbook is bunch tight end, bunch strong offset, trips, and tight offset tight end. So it has a lot. But I would say the 2 main formations you want to focus on when you're running this playbook are going to be the bunch strong offset and the bunch. This combo, when you audible between the two, is crazy. So if this formation, the bunch, I would probably go ahead and put dagger in your audibles, as well as Durham, this screenplay, and then either flood or corner strike, right? Now, you can come out in whichever one is not an audible, or you can do what a lot of people do and come out in the gun bunch. This gun bunch is actually very, very OP. It has a quick corner out play and deep corner. It has wide curl, which is one of the more underrated plays in the game. You guys see you can attack the seam with that one receiver and then the running back on the wheel. Very underrated play. Obviously verticals. Speed dig, another very underrated play. Smash return, dig return. And I actually want to show you guys a very, very nice play at a smash return. So, a lot of people, they don't really focus on these plays because, they're not the sexy, crazy, plays that some of the other ones are, like the bunch strong offset with the double corners and then dagger with the 2 corner outs, right? So I feel like this definitely gets overlooked, but I'm telling you guys, smash return is one of the best plays in the entire game. I definitely feel like, this is a play you have got to master if you're going to run this playbook. So, one thing a lot of people don't realize about this is you can turn this into basically the perfect play to attack the middle of the field because of this return route. You see the outside bunch receiver. All you really need to do is streak the one receiver by himself, drag the tight end, post the slot receiver, block the running back. Now, this is a play that if you paid attention to the MCS, I feel like almost every MCS player, if they had like a 4th down, very clutch situation where they needed, not a big play, but like 5 to 10 yards. This is, especially if they needed only 5, this is a play that people would go to just left and right. And you guys can see why it's so good is just look at how it attacks the middle of the field, man. It really puts huge strain on your user. You're really not going to be able to defend all these routes. So if you go ahead and zoom out so you can see what's going on here. First of all, that one receiver by himself, he's going deep on the streak. That's just to take away any deep zone defenders. Then you have the tight end coming over the middle of the field, which even if there's a hard flat on the left like there was here, most people are going to use that tight end because if you don't, you can just throw it quickly and turn it upfield before it even gets to the hard flat. Then you have the post coming behind the tight end. So what most people try to do is be like, oh, let me guard the tight end, but actually no, let me guard the post because then I see that coming open. And finally, you have the return route. This is the route that makes this play so good because you're already so worried about the post and the drag. This is the last thing you ever think to guard. So you guys can see it looks like it's just like an out route. But then it cuts back open over the middle. And this is just going to get in a spot of the field that is just basically unguardable. And the best thing about this route is not only is it a zone killer, like you can see here, it beats man 2. It beats man 2. So, you got people just all worried about, all this stuff. And then you add in the audible to the bunch offset. And it's such a quick audible, you can then quick snap. And the thing about it is, as you guys know, when you audible between formations like this, the defense's adjustments get frozen. So that's why a lot of people like to come out in bunch and then audible to bunch strong. Finally, coming in at number 1, we have the Eagles Playbook. The Eagles Playbook has been dominating the MCS all year long, and its bunch formations are honestly unmatched. Now, if you guys didn't know, the Eagles Playbook is the same thing as the Colts. They're the same playbooks, but the 2 formations you really need to worry about in this playbook are bunch offset and bunch strong nasty. Bunch strong nasty might be the best formation in the game right now. And you're going to really have 4 really good audibles. You're going to have mesh, flat, spot, RPO, read bubble, wide trail, and then you guys are going to have dagger. Now, what most people want to do is they want to come out in their gun bunch offset, put a few audibles in. Probably they're going to put double post. They're probably going to put, or they might just come out in double post and put curl flat, and then the smash return play I just showed you guys in the Jets playbook as audibles. Now, when you do this, you can just come out and quick snap the double post, but the real reason why most people do this is because then it allows them to audible over and freeze your adjustments. Now, what do I mean by this? Again, come out and double post. You can just streak the slot receiver and quick snap, sure. But against a lot of good players, they have defense for that. So the thing is, you can just audible very quickly over here to this bunch strong, and now the defensive adjustments are frozen, and you can quick snap them. Now, something that a lot of people is doing right now is they're literally just coming out here. Like, you see with this formation, you have an RPO, you have dagger, which has that, really good play to attack with the cross around the drag and the tight end. You have wide trail, which has the post to drag the trail around the corner. Again, a very good play. And then you have the mesh flat spot, which is a play that's just very, very good at abuse corner routes. So there's just a lot you can do on this play. A lot of people like to do with this play, do like a double corner concept, something like this. And this really counters dollar really, really well. Because, guys, with this formation, you can just double team this D end out of dollar. And then, you can just basically just roll out, throw on the run. And if you're good at getting blue passes, which I didn't even get there, but I get a lot of blues. You can basically throw on the run and always get accurate passes, and you don't even have to have any dead eyes. Now, if you're not good at getting blues, if you do use a dead eye, this is really, really good. But this formation is just so hard to defend because of the rollout, the corners, the crossers, the posts, the RPO, and this is actually a real read RPO. That because it's a read RPO, you have to see it as the R and the P. So you can definitely suck the defenders in when running this as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.